Hey guys, my name is Meppen, and today we are looking at a scenario where the Chicxulub Meteor doesn't hit the Earth. Now, today we are looking at some pretty big things, such as as I'm gonna start kick, as I'm gonna kick this off with. It's a rebellion taking place here in Bulgaria. This rebellion starts mainly here in Macedonia and northern Dobruja. These rebellions they will start sneaking up to the capital city of Bulgaria, and a massive fight is gonna happen between between the government and the separatists, or like not separatists, but like the revolutionists, and they kill them, all of them. And so we now see that the Bulgarians, their their ideology is not the absolute monarchy, the separatist. No, that wrong layer. Well, the separatists kill them, obviously, and we see a kind of a Napoleonic republic taking place in Bulgaria. And the first thing we are actually gonna see is that the that Bulgaria they start a war with the Serbians. They still are in s- they are, still are in spite that they lost the first Balkan War, and so they will start just absolutely mashing the Serbians into the ground, and they will start invading them. They take all of this land. They encircle a massive amount of troops here, and they just start walking like they're in a park or something. They get all of this land here, and eventually they also get all of this land. Very good. Uh, that was weird. They take all of this land right here. For what the hell? Yeah. They then start walking through Serbia, and Serbia just capitulates because they are like hopeless now. And here's the peace treaty. As we can see here, Bulgaria takes all of their land before the First Balkan War, and then they also take Macedonia, and they give the sister republic and some other stuff to Greece, like you know. And we are now gonna go here where a new country is forming. It's gonna be the Czech country. Now, I'm Czech. Hi. Well, I'm Czech, and obviously I'm very nationalistic. I love Czechia more than my entire life. Ignore him. Yeah, we take not we. They take all of the land all the way to the Morava River. Wait, we're not that small, are we? Yeah, no, no, we are not that small. We take all of this land right here, all the way to the Morava River, which is a fairly big river in Czechia. Why did that look so weird? Gonna come back in a minute. As we can see here, the Czech Republic is from mm, the this sign country. They are from right here. So we are now gonna see that the blue team they also expand, and it's gonna be by quite a lot as they're gonna take all of this land. And we then see that the green country they don't want to be left behind, so they also start colonizing to the river Odenburg, like Oden. I think it's the Oden, and they take all of this land. Boom. And we see and we see another country forming right here. And it's gonna be this Moravian country, and gonna be looking something like that. Interesting how I can draw the Czech Republic as a wall, but I can drive, but I can uh, but I can draw Morava, Morava pretty well. Yeah, very interesting, very interesting, interesting. Yeah, we see a new country being formed right here, as it's gonna be this, I guess, buffer state between yeah, buffer state between the and I just made uh the routing larger. I don't want to do that. It's gonna be it's gonna be like a buffer state between some of these countries, and they will look something like that. It's looking a lot sign, and I do not like that. I'm gonna make it into more of a greenery. I like green. To be fair, who doesn't like green? Like, if you don't like green, you're a weirdo. Weirdo. No, you know. Uh, this is gonna be formed right here, and that it looks pretty bad. I guess. Yeah, this red one, this one, this red, red, red. What? Well, this red country, they are gonna be formed right here, and we see another war here in the Balkans with Bulgaria, of course. Who else but Bulgaria? No one else would go to war with the Anatolians. They take all of this land, which is pretty much an enclave, and they start fighting very hard to get all of this. They get this, they get all of the area right here, and but the Lime Anatolia, they are not that like weak. So they liberate the city, and then they make a very small spearhead all the way to the city right here. They're gonna and the bloodiest battle in the entire conflict is gonna happen, and it's gonna result in a Anatolian Anatolian victory. But Bulgaria, they are still full of spite. They're just launching, def launching, like even kids, even babies at them to go to war. And guess what happens? Like uh, 100,000 troops are in circle here, and it's not gonna end well for them. They then start pushing deeper into core Anatolian territory, and that's when Anatolia surrenders, and this is the peace treaty. In this peace treaty, we can see that uh, they just take some Anatolian land, and then we see a massive border skirmish happening here in this city. I'm gonna let you guys pick what name of the city that is, and it's obviously obviously like staged by the Bulgarians, and they just take the city. And this event and this well obviously ma makes the Serbians declare war on on Bulgaria. But the Serbians, they have been building up their military by a lot, like astronomical amounts, yeah. So they start taking land here. They 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 absolutely blitz through the provinces here in Macedonia, and we see that Romania, they also joined the skirmish here, and they're obviously on the side of Serbia, and because they have a massive claim on start on northern Dobruja. They take all of it, and then they just kind of duck out. Then they don't do anything for the rest of the war. We then see that the Bulgarians, they are still not like absolutely dumb. They take this major city and then they take this. But the Romanians, they will start sneaking up behind, and they will like encircle and kill our most of like 50,000 troops, which obviously absolutely collapses this, and they just start absolutely blitzing into Bulgaria. The Anatolians, seeing this, they obviously want to join in, so they declare war on Bulgaria, and they start gangbanging them, everyone. We then see that the Greeks, they join in on this war on the side of Bulgarians. They still think they can do like a magic trick and win. The uh, the Bulgarians do then start reclaiming some land here, and they kind of ease the pressure on the capital city here, but it's to no avail as the even the Serbs, they start invading into what is called Greece, and they start going around this Sicily puppet state, and then we see that the the Serbs, they completely roll over the Bulgarians, and we see that Greece and Bulgaria, they surrender. Here is a peace treaty. I guess this was the second Balkan War, but we see that the borders, they are brought back to the pre. Well, no, actually no at all. But Serbia takes this land, and Lime Anatolia, they get this land right here. And the peace treaty also, because like Greece lost, they also take this little exclave of Greece right here back to themselves, because it's their territory, and I don't blame them. We then see the complete collapse of we then see the complete collapse of Ireland right here. Now, in the last episode, we have seen that Ireland, Ireland, I the Celtics, that they have obviously like kind of pulled off, but now they are just completely balkanized. So the Blue Country, they take all of this land because they are the most like ethnically close to them. Get me? And this Norwegian colony right here, it's gonna be given to Sweden. And we then see the complete balkanization of Ireland right here. The first country is gonna be right here. It's gonna be this southeast southeastern country. Then we are gonna see that this coral country, which is gonna be mostly like this. We then see, and for the last one, we see this, we see this like northeast country right here. They're gonna, they're gonna look something like this. Ew, my dog just farted and it smells absolutely terrible. God, God, why did I just like turn off the fan? Mm, turn on the fan. God, it's stinks. Well, yeah, I'm gonna change the color of this Southeast country because it looks way too similar to Wales. And we then see some colonization done by Sweden. I'm not gonna survive in this for much long. And they take all of this land all the way to here, and they also take some land right here. We also see the Leningrad country. They also take some land. It's gonna be this. It's a lot of land, but don't let the map fool you. There's like absolutely nothing here. It's cold. I personally do not, I personally do not like cold. Like, you know, it, they call this land. We then see that the 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 Spano-Portuguese Commonwealth, they make a colony small here. They make a small colony here in Morocco. And obviously, they and before we have seen that Spa- that the Spano-Portuguese Commonwealth, they have found many resources on this island, on the I think the Azores. So they decide to sail more and more east until they find themselves here in the Mara. They take the entire like thing, and nobody believes them in Europe. They try to tell everyone, "Hey, there's a massive continent on the east. We should go there. On the west, we should go there." And everyone just lost at them in the face, except Scotland, who believes them. They are still like pretty. They still think it's kind of BS, but they still are gonna go with it. They are gonna start sailing, and eventually around here, they start like losing hope that Spain was making it up like for the 40th time in the history, because they have a pretty bad habit of lying. But they eventually, the Scots eventually, they actually get to the Newfoundland Island, I guess we call that, or Newfoundland, I guess, and also small, this this very small peninsula. It's certainly the biggest thing we've seen yet since like I don't know, since the collapse of the Red Sicily and Black Lebanon. I don't know what else we could, what was like massive. I don't know. But then for the end, we are gonna see some minor expansion here in China. They are gonna the black the brown country. They are gonna take this land, and the Koreans, like yeah, the Koreans. They also take some of this land. They they also start going up the carols. They get on this island, and eventually they land on Kamchatka, uh the the island of Kamchatka. No, the peninsula Kamchatka. Island is like just surrounded by water. And for the very, very end now, we are gonna see some minor expand. No, that's not really minor. We are gonna see some expansion from the Philippines. And I hope you liked this video. I certainly did, as we've seen the birth of the Czechoslovakia of Czechia. I'm happy, obviously, as a Czech. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye.